Do you ever watch countless of videos and you are trying to figure out what you're doing on YouTube, watching all kinds of gurus and entrepreneurs, and you're spending hours and hours at a time just watching everyone else, but you're not starting your own channel? Well, it is great to watch other YouTubers and get some advice and tips what they're doing to blow up their channels and just make money. You need to start your own. You need to start just recording and figure out what works for you. And you may stumble, you may fall, and it's going to happen a lot, especially being a new content creator. Now, there's so many things that I'm learning since I've been on YouTube. I have my other channel I've had for 6 months. This is brand new, but what I'm learning is just amazing, phenomenal. I've hired two coaches. I said that I would never do that, but I am learning, and I'm also trying to just get started on everything. I'm trying to learn how to create a coaching course, and that is on my other channel. So it has been really, really hard, but I'm doing it, and I love the challenge. And between YouTube and Google and ChatGPT, I am learning so much. So I'm using a storefront called Kajabi, and the sky's the limit what you could do with it. You can have one-on-one courses and community. You can do subscription, have somebody subscribe to your emails, as well as coaching, one-on-one calls, webinars, and it is so awesome. I have not got there yet. I'm creating my courses or my slides right now on Canva, and I'm just going to go over all the slides. I already did a couple, and I'm recording over the slides and talking. So that is a long process, and I'm only on module one. I'm not even done with module one, or lesson one. I'm sorry, I'm only doing module one, but I'm going to have probably 4 lessons in there, and then I'm going to have some different slides in there talking about, the niche that I'm talking about in my other channel. So it is very, very time consuming, but you have to um, motivate yourself a lot of times, and love what you do, because sometimes it's just going to get really rough. And in the beginning, it is something that you learn it, and in the beginning you can get a little discouraged, especially when you're seeing low views. But don't spend so much time on social media, and for instance, scrolling through TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, whatever platform you decide that you like or that you're on, whether it's one or a couple, because this is going to take a lot of time up that you could be doing something else. Now, for me, I am just dilly dallying. Well, I was dilly dallying with just starting my online course. So I do work full time, so it's very hard. I do work in the mountains from where I live, so it does take a little bit of time for me to get up there. And I did have 3 days off, and now I picked up another shift for 5 days, and I will be doing that for about 5 months because someone's going to be out of the rest or the place that I'm at, and they're having surgery. So I'm going to be covering some shifts, and I have less time now. So you have to make the time. Like today, I worked all day. I got home at 4 p.m. and played outside with the dogs um, for a good while and stayed outside in the sunshine with them. You need to do that though. And now I'm in here trying to create this video and let you know that yes, it is a struggle, especially being a new entrepreneur, whether you're trying to grow an online business, um, become a coach. It is rough. So I am out here telling you, or I'm here telling you that you can do it. If I'm doing it, because I didn't know anything about technology. In fact, I didn't even want to be on social media about 5 years ago. And so here I am now, though, and I love it. I love being creative. And I do have this other channel because I want to talk more about the learning aspects of it, where my other channel has another niche. So I did hear some things from different creators. They don't start your YouTube channel. Another one, and the other one, some people say wait to do it, and it's just something that I just went ahead and did it because I want to focus on learning and showing people that if you're 40 and over, that you can do anything you want to do and create a business, and it's never too late. A lot of people think because you're older that you cannot do these kind of things, and that is just furthest from the truth. We have so much behind us, so much history, so much experience and stories to tell, and it is just sky's the limit. So I'm just here to tell you that you can do anything that you want to do. But yes, focus on just doing it. Like I spend probably 3 or 4 days trying to figure out on Canva how to do these slides, and then I watched so many videos on YouTube. It looked easier than said than done, and so it kept on skipping to when I was creating slide one. It would go when I was done with that. I would go to slide two. Then when I would go to download it, it would just hop around, and I would go back to record over slide 2 or 3 example, and it hop back to one. Well, I wasn't a little thing I wasn't doing. I wasn't selecting the pages, the slides, so slide 1, 2, 4. It might say pages instead of slides. So I wasn't selecting which one I wanted to print. And I know you could print all of them, but for some reason it was just really finicky and I haven't figured that out. So I was just doing it one at a time. And then I still have to go and figure out how to create the course, but I'm not even close to being done with my modules for the course, the mini course. So it is just something that I do want to share. I am trying to figure out how I'm going to record and show my tutorials, and I might use Loom, but Loom looks a little laggy. And it might be because my computer, my it's a Chromebook and it's a little older, so I'm going to have to break down here soon and invest in a better laptop. So it's just been very interesting, but yes, it's something that I would love to share with everyone and just show that you can build and grow. But yes, so I just am here to tell you that don't get discouraged. I mean, you're going to, but just know that it will surpass. And there's a lot of big creators that took them like 2 3 years before they ever got famous or they got um, all these views. And I know that I wouldn't mind having tons and tons of subscribers. It does not hurt, but to create your own online business, you don't have to have tons. You just have to have your narrowed down niche people that will find you in your community. And yes, it doesn't hurt that if it does continue to grow your subscribers, but you want to have your views really what people want to watch or have them watch, just to have them keep watching. And the longer that they're on, just become greater at your thumbnails and your titles and your hooks. Now, a lot of times I tend to ramble and I go based upon a script a little bit, but then I try to just kind of go off memory. And then sometimes I don't know um, what's better or worse, because when I'm scripting, I tend to get very robotic and then I still forget what I was going to say because I was trying to. Oh, it's a mosquito. Sorry. We're getting like lots of mosquitoes in our house and it's just crazy. But sorry, I'm like itching. My allergies are going, and so it's a little itchy right now. But yes, I do get eaten up by mosquitoes. But yes, I am trying to just keep on going and kind of forgot what I was saying about mosquitoes flying at me. Just to stay encouraged, like I said. And for me, I felt like I needed a couple of coaches. I mean, I hired one, and then I hired another set of coaches. It was 2 and 2 coaches that coached together, but because I really liked the other coach that I didn't know they were coaching, so I hired them. And I'm halfway through the course as well, so I'm trying to follow along what they're saying and take some tips from each one of them. And the other one I'm on hold right now because until I'm done with the mini course, then I can go back on there and continue with how they're going to tell you how to do your webinar. And so then that will lead you into a funnel for your sale. So that is something that I'm just trying to get down and learn what I'm doing. I finally learned how to do an email list, and it was really, really tough. Like I said, Kajabi is a very tough storefront, but I'm starting to figure it out and I'm so proud of myself. So, like I said, this is something you could do if you're really passionate, and it is going to get tough. It's going to get to a point where you're listening to every single guru and entrepreneur out there, and some you will work, some won't, and it's just like you got to stay patient. My other channel, like I said, has been on for 6 months, and it is a slow growth. And another thing, in my first coaches that I hired, they talk about people like on your community. They'll talk about different people that are in our program, right? Like, that are ongoing. That, oh, this person got 1,000 subscribers in the like 2 days of posting this video. And so I have 6 months of posting, and I think my highest is like 400 and something, 490. I mean, I'm happy, don't get me wrong, because those people that are watching, you got to remember, those people that are watching your content, they're taking that time to watch you, and you got to be thankful for every single person. But I'm just saying, when the coaches are saying stuff like that, it can mess with you a little bit. And it can give you that imposter syndrome where you're like, what is going on with me? Why am I even doing this? And wow, I suck. And I know that I have a long way to go. I'm still learning. I'm still trying to figure out um, how to do better, like I said, thumbnails, titles, and just um, learning you get better with things. So I do know that a lot of my videos, and probably still now, are very all over the place, and that's something I'm really trying to work on. I'm trying to have a structured video where I talk about things, but also show a personality. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just, shine through a little bit and don't be so robotic, because I know that's my problem. I was doing that and just being really tense and just awkward, and I'm sure I still am a little bit, but I'm getting a little bit better. So even if your first 200 videos are very messy and you're still learning how to, look just a little bit more professional. I know that I'm usually not that professional. I'm saying how I look because my first coaches were talking about, oh, look really presentable, done up, cute shirts. And I'm not saying I look horrible, but there's times I came on in my other channel and did. One time I wore a pajama top and it was really cute, super cute, and I had my hair in a little bun. But it's just me. I show up, I talk about what's going to help other people, and I think that's just, being real. So I'm not saying I'm not professional, and that's not the right word to use, but just really done up. And I got off work. I've been up since 4 a.m. and I'm tired. So I really don't want to go and do myself my hair and my makeup up. And I do have a little bit on from earlier, but it's probably mostly all gone. And I don't really wear a whole lot of makeup at work. But just be presentable, be you, show up, and gain the trust, and know what you're talking about. I mean, there's times that like I said, I do fumble a lot and I tend to ramble. So I'm hoping, as I do more and more videos, that'll get better. But, I'm trying to just be able to help other people. And sometimes I still say, and like, and things like that. And I really worked on it. I used to be really bad with it. When I was talking, I would say so many times, because I grew up around my mom. Well, my mom and dad always said all the time. And that's one thing that I pretty much, I think I squashed saying, so I'm getting better at things, and I'm more aware of some of the things. But I know I said like in the beginning of this video, so just try to work on things as you're talking, and be aware of, trying to cut some of that out. If you can't, just edit it out. You can always edit it out. But I have gotten a lot better. I mean, believe me, I was really, really, really at one point just saying these words all the time when I would talk. So I am a lot better. One thing I do have is a speech problem, with more like, should I say, when I'm talking, I forget what I'm saying. And honestly, it is something I get stuck, and I will get stuck with my words. And a lot of times I talk super fast, so I won't have that happen, because if I'm just talking regular, I will get stuck. So there's a lot of things that will and could stop you from recording, and thinking that you don't look good enough, thinking that your hair's or you're just not happy over it. But just show up. I mean, at least a little presentable. I mean, like I said, I've had days where I've recorded with a messy bun, and I was talking about things. So that's just something that you don't have to always throw on makeup all the time, but I try to at least show up and look, presentable, like I said. So I just want to encourage you, and just take a little less time out from some social media, and work on yourself, work on your things that you need to do. I have so many scripting things. I have tons of papers everywhere. And I mean, they're all over the place. My living room, my dining room has just papers that I print out. I'm trying to look where I just highlight what I talk about. And if I'm doing a slide, I highlight it from ChatGPT and I copy paste it onto your notes you could write and follow along with that. And it is in my own words. It's something that I'm not saying to ChatGPT, oh, create this for me, and I just put an outline. I literally will spend time with my paragraphs and let them know what I want to write about, what I want to talk about, my experiences with, whatever I'm helping people with. And then you can write an outline of it and you can copy paste it and put it into your notes on your screen. So that is something I'm trying to do. But yes, this is nothing. I mean, I have, because I was printing out my scripts and I'm trying to use the back of the paper so I don't get uh, I mean, this is crazy. So I'm writing on the back and then I try to just use it for other things and write little notes so I'm not just wasting tons of paper and getting rid of stuff. So, but that's where I'm trying to not go through so much paper, and my printer's just going, my ink is just going through it like crazy because I like to print out stuff so I remember. And then also for my lessons, I do print those out. And so I'm doing for my mini course, I just have kind of like an outline of what I'm doing. And so I'm having to do some things over. You could always go back and fix it a little bit. One thing you could do on the modules for mini course is ask your audience, what do you think I can improve with? What do you think that I'm missing? Or if you have any questions, like especially you can have your own community, and that's one thing I'm going to do is have a community where people can talk and you can get questions for people and then answer when you can and go through them like every couple of days or once a week, whatever your time is. That's what the course that I'm doing, they have a community group. So that's something I'm going to do. And it's my very first course. So I'm learning from that. That's my practice one. And I'm so nervous. I don't even know how to even begin to put out my, um, like a mini course for myself. And so nervous. And you get imposter syndrome and think, who's going to buy this for me? Who's going to, but you know that it's working. You know the thing that you're talking about. You know it very well. It's something that you could talk about all the time. And this is a little bit more passionate to me because I'm learning. I'm teaching myself. I mean, I am going on other things to learn it. Don't get me wrong, but it is some of the things I've just spent like days trying to learn. So um, this is more passionate for me, and I probably will end up focusing on this channel more, which I still love my other channel. And that's basically, I mentioned it before, it's helping women 40 and over regrow balding. And as long as it's not a medical issue, it's from aging hair or burnt hair or damaged hair, sorry. And that's what I focus on because I literally got my hair to grow back. So that is another channel that I'm working on and doing my courses on. So, but I really love, there's numerous of things that I am passionate about on this channel. And I don't know if I'm going to focus on this one more. I still will post on there because that is what I'm practicing on. And I really am, very passionate about helping. And so this is just something that I'll stick with for a good while, and I will let you know how it goes. I will eventually hopefully get the platform tool that I'm going to use to show what I'm learning and share with everyone. If you have questions, like I said, I'm still learning as well, but I've come a long way. And about 6 months ago, so my other channel, I didn't know any of this stuff. I didn't know other than Canva. I knew, but I'm learning even more with that. But anyway, I am going to end this call. Or I've been up since 4, and I'm like leaving this in here because this is some of the things that you say that you end up editing it out. Like a lot of times I edit out. I'm going to go eat to make something to eat because I am a little loopy right now from being so tired and I'm very hungry. But until next time, I hope you all have a great day, and thank you so much for stopping by. And I did say y'all, and it's something I don't usually say every now and then, but thank you so much. So don't give up and keep on going. And thank you so much for watching my video.